This is a Headgum original.
And we can all catch up. Not only friendship-wise, but also in terms of the technology, right? So the episode has started, but if you can notice, Emma and Joel are still setting up. Mostly Emma, because Joel's not really lifting a finger in terms of the technology. I don't know if he thinks that, he does enough tech on the tech side of things.
Is it fine that it says David Cross's name on that TV?
It's not fine. It's not fine. It should say the Headgum Podcast.
Yeah.
Because, well, actually, it could be good promotion.
You're not going to really see it. You're not going to see it. Do you see it?
I can see it on the webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
But it's
see
good.
it in
It's
any
good
of the
cross
cameras.
promotion. Because, that's what I feel like we've gotten away from on this show is using it as a vehicle for cross promo.
David Cross promo.
That's really good.
Everybody, get to it. Get stupid. Get stupid.
Okay.
Get started.
All right.
Get started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Yeah. It's hard because I'm wearing this giant ass gumball hat that Marty gave me. He said, wear this. He spat on me when he said, wear this, by the way.
It looks like you're on the phone right now.
Sorry, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Yeah. No, the address. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone wear something that looks more like a choice that they personally made than you wearing that gumball hat.
I walked in. Well, first of all, I walked into the LA studio. I saw a Mercedes-Benz courtesy car in the parking lot, and then I went in and immediately razzed Marty because I was like, the G-Wagon already broke down. He's only had it for 2 months. It's already in the fucking shop.
And you said it's a car that often breaks down or something?
Of course. If you're not having the Toyota, if you're not having the Maserati, then you're going with the European Beamer, which doesn't mean quality on the engine side. That just means quality on the interiors. So he can have the leather, but it doesn't mean that he's not going to be in the shop twice a year.
I see.
Do you see, or are you going to get the fucking Benz? Because I feel like stick with the Maserati for now, right?
I've actually saved a lot of money by not caring about cars.
Really?
Yeah, if I liked that Audi stuff,
Yeah.
I would have had $30,000 less dollars.
Would you call yourself, when it comes to cars, an innie?
Meaning?
Because you're either an innie or you have an Audi.
Emma and Joel are with us today.
I feel like those two Muppets that are always up in the balcony.
Which ones are they? The balcony or that's us in the balcony? Because they haven't said anything yet.
That was the first movie I ever saw in theaters, Muppets in Outer Space.
Was the Muppets movie starring Jason Segel?
I don't know who it starred. I was 4.
Steven Seagal? Jason lives in Ojai, by the way. And, Ojai. Welcome to the Headgum Podcast. Look at that. What a cold open. It's like an opening monologue.
You know how to keep it
Freezing.
ice cold in your chest.
The razzing starts early.
Yeah, and it gets to me early. How dare you, Emma? Sorry. It's just, I know if I'm going to host this show, I have to have thicker skin because everybody comes for me.
Yep.
And if you can't dish it out, can't take it,
Correct.
don't take it.
Yeah.
If you can't dish it out, don't give it. What is it?
Like
you
You can't take it, don't dish it
Don't
out.
dish it out.
That's totally not the
So
same. No,
simple.
don't dish it out if you can't take it,
Yeah,
right?
that's what it is.
Anything I say in this hat sounds a little more intelligent, I think. It's all right to have none of you guys are adding to the conversation.
How do you
You're saying,
imagine this working? One frame on them, one frame on us, or is
Yes,
it individual
it's
shots?
It's dual time.
Just 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Two shots.
I think that works.
So none of this specific to camera style.
We might go specific to camera in terms of punching up jokes.
Yeah.
Because, don't just say yeah. The active listening sometimes puts me off because I feel like you're not actually listening. You're just waiting for your next turn to speak. Does that make sense?
Mm-mm.
So Marty's only on the G-Wagon for 2 months, and it's already in the shop. Courtesy vehicle. I walk into the studio. I look up, and he's wearing this.
Wearing the gumball hat.
For the audio listeners, it's
It's a big hat.
it's like a 20 5/8 hat.
It's a
The
big
hat makes it look like Geoff is 1.5 feet tall.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like one of those old popcorn bucket hats that you'd get at the baseball stadium.
But it's the
It was
opposite.
a thing
'cause
that-
those were too small to fit on your head.
With your mustache and that hat, you've gone full like video game avatar mode.
Mario, and
Yeah.
the success got to him because he got a big head. Chuckle funny jokes so far. Nothing truly laugh out loudable.
Laugh out loudable. Sponsored by Audible.
Sponsored by
Gumball.
Bond of the Week. We got some commentary. Pretty much similar to what we do on this show from the world's favorite celebrity at the moment right now, Jeremy Allen White. Listen to this.
Massive 007 fan, and I don't want that for me. In fact, an American shouldn't play 007 in general, even if it is me, in my opinion. But that's very flattering. Sean Connery was definitely my James Bond. Although, I thought Daniel Craig was so great, and I love all the recent films. I feel like it's been a really long time. Like, guys, pick a Bond. We want to know. I'm a really
That's funny.
massive 007.
That was such
It's
a long
funny because
clip
he
to
like
play.
is jacked, so anything he says is a little bit funnier. That's why people think Ryan Reynolds is funny.
Do people
Is
think
he
that?
jacked?
Both
What?
questioned the two things I just said. I said people think Ryan Reynolds is funny because he's jacked, and Joel's like, "Is he funny?" And Emma's like, "Is he jacked?" I'm an unreliable narrator to them. I don't know if it's the coastal difference, the time difference, if something gets lost in translation across continent.
I think nobody trusts you.
Nobody asks Jeeves.
Nobody trusts you. I didn't say ask or Jeeves.
What is it about me? You think I'm being facetious all the time because of the way that my face looks and what I say?
Yeah, and you're kind of dumb.
That's true.
Also,
Your
Ryan
hat's
Reynolds
not
isn't
helping.
funny.
The hat's not helping trustworthiness. I
jacked.
feel like somebody who wears this really has their wits about them.
Mm.
Don't just say, agree or don't.
I disagree with that.
Thanksgiving, let's talk about it. To me, there's 4 categories here to get to, 4 bullet points. Number 1 is obviously gratitude. Number 2 is family. Number 3 is stuffing. And number 4 is food.
So stuffing just should be a part of food, right?
Well, stuffing is a food that might fall into the food category. I don't mean stuffing. By stuffing, sorry, maybe I shouldn't have named it that. By stuffing, I don't mean the side.
You mean
What do you
jamming
mean?
something
mean-
inside something else.
Exactly right. Basically, when you go home to your hometown, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, everybody goes to that bar, that certain hometown bar.
Oh, yeah.
And are you sort of consummating a high school crush years later?
No, but I go to my aunt's house. I don't go to where I went to high school.
How is this not a company show anymore? How are we talking about Thanksgiving and gratitude?
You're bringing everything up.
Let's just start with gratitude then. I am grateful to the network. Right?
I don't know.
I don't fucking care. See, the thing is, upped their ad package for
Really?
I appreciate that. And I appreciate the ad sales team for getting us there.
That's cool.
We had to kind of trudge our way through some problematic copy to get to the point where we're all almost leaving every week with a G.
Uh-huh.
EOFFREY. Right? Let's talk about gratitude. What are you guys thankful for? I was a little bit zealous by saying I was thankful to the network because before this, we started 20 minutes late because David Cross gets special treatment. The LA studio never is set up. And then Anya's like, "You're interrupting my meetings." I'm like, well, it's because the studio never works, right? The Logitech adapter, not plugged in.
You're off the grateful thing so quickly. Just straight to complaints again.
What are you guys grateful for? Let's start with Joel.
I am grateful for my voice. I only become grateful about things after I've lost them temporarily. And last week I couldn't talk for 2 days. So now it feels great to vocalize.
What happened?
I don't really know.
You just woke up one day and you couldn't talk?
Yeah, because I don't really get sick. And I wasn't sick. I also don't like admitting being sick.
he was sick.
I was a little bit sick, but mostly just couldn't talk.
Emma?
What I'm grateful for?
Yeah.
Um,
/ also if you lost your voice last week.
no, I was sick, but I didn't lose my voice. And I'm
That's
still
cool.
sick, but I get sick. I do kind of like a 2 weeks off, 1 week on being
Yeah.
sick. And then
It's like that
a
Haim
week
song.
recovery.
I get sick. I get sick.
I'm not familiar.
Well, they say I get sad.
I've never heard it.
This is...
But
I don't know, I
anyway.
wanted to start the episode. I feel like I got to the studio with a bunch of energy. And then just because of how long it took to set up everything, I started to get pissed. And then it's like...
Sorry, I'm trying
Yeah.
to
You're
take
eating
down
more
a
time,
post.
Geoff, with this.
Well, it's Amir's on his phone. I appreciate your guys' full attention, but...
What are you
Yeah.
grateful for?
I'm grateful for the moments in which I get people's full attention.
There you
I'm
go.
grateful for my family, but that's a different category of this, so I almost don't want to say it.
Friends. I'm grateful for my friends. Are you?
Yeah,
Can you?
I'm grateful for my friend. I'm grateful for all my fallen enemies, that we may defeat them once again.
Is that from something?
That's from what I just said.
Last summer.
I'm grateful for the audience that they've stuck
Interesting.
with us through the by and by, through the gloaming.
Our audience has stuck with us through the thin and thinner.
Right. So
There
not
was
thick and
no
thin. There was no
thick.
thick. There wasn't density of
It
content.
was thin and it got even more thin.
Would you say it was density of mistakes that thinned the rest?
This is exactly what I'm talking about. For anyone to be listening to this at all is sort of a huge
It's sort
miracle.
of a family
Yeah. And I'm grateful
Moving
for
on.
them. Sure.
to the family category.
Yeah.
What are your guys? Let's start here. What's your relationship like with your dad, Joel?
Fantastic.
Okay. What about Mrs. Joel?
That's my mom.
No, your wife.
Yeah, your mom.
Don't say it like that.
I forgot Joel's last name was Joel.
It's like Bull, but it's Joel.
When I was born, they did
Joel
pass me around
Joel.
a fruit bowl because I was born right before Rosh Hashanah.
That's not
Wow.
bad at all. I don't mind that from Joel. Joel,
A bull for Joel.
exactly right. Did you ever get bowled over or maybe Joeled over?
No, but I did get my hair cut in a bowl for a while.
Is that true?
Yeah.
How would you get a bowl? Your hair's so curly.
Well, you can still put a bowl on top and cut around it. It doesn't matter what
Come
the
on,
texture
Emma, you gotta
is.
keep up. You gotta keep up today. Come on, you can
Sorry.
put a bowler on anything. Emma, what about you? What's your relationship like with your siblings? Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have 2 younger sisters.
Are you sort of a second mother to them, or did you kind of leave them out to dry?
To one of them, not to the other.
Okay, because you chose favorites, or there's too big of an age
Completely
gap?
It was an age gap thing.
Okay. How old is she? 4? 20?
No, she's 21. She's
21,
8 years
okay.
younger than I am.
That's a little too young to have a good relationship with, wouldn't you say, Amir?
No.
Well, you're the youngest, right?
Yeah, and my older brother's 8 years older than me, and we have a great relationship. So I wouldn't say it's too young to have a good relationship with.
Okay, I don't know why you're getting mad at me, because I'm always the one who said it.
Mm,
What's your relationship like with your 2 brothers? Obviously, you're closer with Ben. The other one's sort of dead meat, chopped liver to you.
No, close to both of them. Leave me alone.
What's the difference? What do you think the difference is? Like, one's more fraternal, the other one's more...
No,
I don't know.
One is just 8 years
Identical?
older than me, and one is 4 years older than me. My
And-
parents
but-
had kids every 4 years.
But weirdly, the 4 year, you're not as close with, because it was almost like competition.
Incorrect.
Which
equally
younger
close.
Blumenfeld is going to be the next doctor?
We only have one doctor.
And
As
that's your dad.
No, my oldest brother's a doctor as well.
Don't say no like you're getting frustrated. You're not being clear with me about your family tree.
I'm being really clear. I'm saying my oldest brother's a doctor.
And your eldest brother works in law?
My eldest brother is the doctor.
But the middle brother is sort
Let's
of the
move
burnout.
on to stuffing.
Okay. Then let's get stuffed with information about your brother. Circling back to family.
Oldest one's a doctor.
Middle one is sort of runs
Was a designer,
for what?
graphic designer for Facebook.
Oh, okay. Got it. Moving on to stuffing. Do you guys tend to stuff yourselves on Thanksgiving?
Yes.
In terms of, I don't want to move too quickly onto food. So
So then what is this?
well, the category is stuffing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that, though?
I don't know. Sorry about that. speaking of family, that was my sister, FaceTime audioing me because she doesn't get great service where she lives. She lives with my parents.
In Ohio?
That's a little bit too much information because,
Well,
if
asked
people have
what my brother does for a living.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what state your sister lives in.
Yeah, well, no, what you're asking for is for me to give a V for Vendetta and S for Sarah. You're asking me to put her on blast and lambast myself.
You said she lives with her parents.
Really?
Also, you said
Yeah,
her
you
name's
said she
Sarah.
lives with my parents.
I didn't mean to offer up either of those pieces of information. Emma's the only one who has my back, in the studio and out.
Mm-hmm.
Stuffing, Amir.
Yeah, sometimes I'll eat too much if the food's good.
All right. I don't know why I was pulling teeth to just get that out of you. Joel, what do you think about stuffing in terms of Thanksgiving?
I've never known what stuffing is. I will tell you completely honestly that
Chopped bread with a bunch of spices, baked to a crisp, I think.
Is that real? There's no way that's what stuffing is. Because stuffing goes inside turkey. Why would you put bread inside turkey?
It is bread.
Okay. Then it sounds bad,
Sorry.
I guess.
I do think it's bad. I don't like stuffing.
It sounds bread.
Moving on to food.
We already have.
What's your favorite side? What's your favorite Thanksgiving side? By the way, this doesn't come out till December 8th.
I feel like me and Joel love stuffing the most, but that might just be the one thing we have in common.
My
Emma?
aunt makes a nice light chocolate
Beer.
cake.
What's her name? Mavis?
No.
Does she teach
Can't
typing?
hurt
Does she
to
teach
ask.
typing?
Because she made this cake.
Nice.
Pretty good. If I'd have said that, you would have stared me with daggers. But Joel says it. Joel says it, and then you can't get enough of his shit.
Yeah, I give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'll give you the benefit of the gout.
Meaning?
I assume you have some sort of arthritic condition.
Rheumatoid, yeah.
Until
Yeah.
proven otherwise.
Arthritic until proven guilty. Moving on to pickleball.
What?
That was us discussing Thanksgiving. I just played pickleball for the first time last weekend.
How'd that go for you?
It was fast.
Okay.
We won best 3 out of 5.
Who's we?
So I played doubles.
Did you play with 2 other people who also didn't play before?
Correct. Nobody had played before.
So you went from 0 to
The hero of the
Yeah.
game.
So you don't
But the
even
game
know
wasn't
that you
very
played
competitive or
correctly.
difficult. What's that?
Do you have any way of knowing that you played correctly?
We have zero way of knowing. All I know is that you can only win points when it's your serve. What I don't understand is the 3-3-1, 3-3-2. He's devastatingly pissed at me. You guys aren't in the room. You can't feel the anger. I don't know
I
what
would
I've
say
ever
we can feel
said.
it from all the way over. I'd say it's palpable.
Moving on from pickleball, what did I ever do
What did I ever do?
to make you this angered of me to have?
Well, we went from stuffing to food to pickleball. And this is the Thanksgiving episode that's coming out in early December.
Well, pickleball
Pickleball could be a
was,
side.
by the way, because nobody asked what my favorite Thanksgiving side. Pickleballs.
Meaning?
You just didn't
Fucking-
understand how the points work.
Fermented cucumbers rolled into a sack. All right, here we go. If you broke a bone as an adult, what color cast would you have?
Green.
We're hopping all over the place.
You're having fun all over the place.
You're recording an episode after this one. It feels like you're already scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I'm saving up all my juice for that one.
I see.
Yeah.
Who's on that one?
Anya, Sage, and Marika.
The big 4.
Also the 4 ingredients to my pickleballs. If you broke a bone as an adult, what color cast would you have, Foley?
Green.
Green is
White,
good. I don't mind green. Emma?
White, and you better believe I'm having all my friends sign it.
Okay. Amir?
Pink. Hot pink.
Pretty cool.
Thank you.
All right. If you got adult braces, what color would you have? Let's start with Joel.
Orange.
I would
Okay.
never do that shit.
Okay. Holy shit. Okay, Amir.
I'd try to go invisible like Invisalign.
Yep. If you could redefine your eyes, what color would you have?
If I could redefine them, I'd make them like see-through shit.
Okay. That's not what I meant. Emma, if you could redefine your eyes, what color eyes would you have?
Green.
That's the question. All right, Amir?
Also green.
Okay. If you wanted to change your ethnicity, why would you feel the need to do that?
Also green.
Circling back to food / things I tried this weekend. Have you guys ever had grape nuts?
Is that a nut?
What kind of wild weekend did you have?
Yeah.
Pickleball and grape nuts.
nuts.
I'm trying to get healthy.
You're trying to be 70.
That's the breakfast
Grainy
of
cereal and
octogenarians.
playing
I'm
an
having
old man
bran and
sport.
I'm running less.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what's Headgum's grape nuts? Because grape nuts is post the cereal brand's grape nuts. I'm wondering if Headgum had sort of a flagship product. Would it be the Headgum podcast? Would it be segments or? And if anybody says factually, I'm gonna get up and leave the room because it's not factually.
I guess if I say it, will you leave?
Well, hang on.
I would say Snacks 6 is our flagship product.
That's kind of a bummer. All right, here we go. This is our first segment. Well, actually, we should take a quick break. Do you guys mind?
Please.
We'll be right back. For better or for worse.
Are you a millennial who misses what life was like in the 2000s, right? Have you had a hard time finding curated or new music? Are you interested in multiple perspectives on relationships, dating, and music? Then you're going to love See the Thing Is. See the Thing Is, it's a podcast hosted by Grammy Award-winning R&B artist Bridget Kelly and podcast trailblazer Mandy B. Twice a week, Bridget and Mandy have nostalgic conversations in their grown segments, political pop culture conversations in their honest segments, and relationship hot take conversations in their slightly toxic segment. The opinions on the show are real and brought to you by the genuine connections that the ladies have with the guests, who they like to call their friends with benefits. Each week, you'll leave with some new music recommendations or a curated playlist that you didn't even know you needed in their freshly squeezed music segment. Most recently, the ladies have sat down with Van Lathan, Robert Glasper, and DeRay McKesson. So be sure to stay up on See the Thing Is, catch some of these new episodes that are coming out. Follow and subscribe to See the Thing Is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or on YouTube. New audio episodes drop every Tuesday and Friday, and visuals are available on YouTube Wednesdays and Saturdays. Check it out. Guys, I don't know about you, but it's 5 p.m. and the sun is setting right there behind me. And that can't help but put me in a depressive state, right? Seasonal or otherwise. I mean, not everyone looks forward to the Hollywood season. That's all the time. The holiday season, rather. Maybe people do struggle with seasonal blues. Maybe, it's hard to go home and see family. Or maybe you're not going home to see family, and that's hard in a different way. But in any case, this time of year can be a lot, and it's natural to feel some sadness or anxiety surrounding it. Of course, right? But adding something new and positive to your life can be, sort of counteractive to those feelings. And therapy can be that thing. It can be a bright spot amid all the stress and change, something to look forward to and to make you feel grounded, something that gives you the tools you need to manage everything that's going on, right? I'm in therapy every week, twice a week now, actually, so that's where I'm at. And it's very helpful to have like a forum to talk about, things that you're anxious about, afraid of, stressed about, whether that's career, family, friends, relationships, etc. And I can't recommend it enough. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find your bright spot this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/what's-that today to get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/what's-that. Thanks, BetterHelp.
I'm about to dive in.
Welcome to Diving into Blumenfeld.
Oh, God. My mind, I'm like, oh, finally a segment I can take some mental rest while other people talk. And then you went straight into diving into Blumenfeld.
You can still take some rest. We're going to be commenting on your younger self. Here we go. This is an interview from 2008, I think.
Yeah.
It says the title of the video is Amir Blumenfeld interview. 2008.
My name is Amir Blumenfeld. I am 25 years old.
This is when I was your age.
So by the time you see this, I may be 26.
That's also part of why I brought it up. You start the interview by saying, "My name is Amir." Sorry, let me do my Amir. My name is Amir Blumenfeld, and I'm 25.
Can you guys even see this? Or like, because we
It's
got
small,
two
for
people.
sure.
It's really small. And can you hear any of it? I doubt that you can
Definitely
hear any
can't
of it.
hear, no.
Yeah,
No.
can't hear
Yeah,
or see
well,
it.
I'm going to edit the audio just for a second here. Just
Yeah,
so
but
we
for
can get it
Joel and Emma to weigh in, you said.
back. For Joel and... Well, let me start, because now they can hear it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That you heard. Okay. So, this is... you start the video by saying...
You think you'll keep that part in?
Nope.
My name is Amir Blumenfeld. I am 25 years old, though by the time you see this, I may be 26.
I'm in the exact same part of my life right now. I'm 25, but by the time this episode comes out, I'll be 26.
Oh, interesting.
That's kind of amazing.
But will I live to see 24?
What's that?
It's a Coolio song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that we could sort of...
And we're both wearing a green sweater.
In a way, that's a hoodie, not a sweater, but yeah. Basically, I thought we could go through the interview,
It's like 20 minutes long.
criticize your answers,
Oh.
and then I would also answer suit.
And then in terms of Joel and Emma.
They can sort of dive into Blumenfeld.
Take the hat off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Are you guys ready for diving into Blumenfeld? Do you understand the segment?
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Okay.
I was born in Israel, moved to California at age 2, moved to New York at age 22, and now I work for collegehumor.com, which is a humor website that is responsible for producing original content in terms of video, articles, and pictures. And I work with CHTV specifically, which is our original video department.
Here's what I'll say about that answer. I feel like you answered it like you were trying to embellish an answer on a test.
Mm.
You could just say what you do. You don't have to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
So-
it was like for this guy was like a College Humor intern, and he's like, I need to do a 3-camera setup interview as part of my class. Can I interview you? And then I'll submit it as like a homework for this
Okay.
class. So I'm like, okay, sure. And he's like, I'll just ask you questions, you answer, and I'll edit them later.
I love
Okay,
that.
cool. I don't know why he put it on YouTube though.
It is funny to
Um,
give really like mundane answers to stuff with like 3 different cameras bopping around at different points as if
Yeah.
you're saying something really dramatic.
Yeah.
Geoff, your answer?
My answer is that I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, moved to Los Angeles, California when I was 17. I've lived here ever since.
Okay.
What do? I host a podcast on the Headgum Podcast Network, and I
So a lot of like sort
a
of
little bit of acting.
similarities.
no,
Me,
because look how
25
short
working
my
for
answer
College
was.
Humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying where
I'm just
we
saying.
are in our lives. I was
Do you
working
think a
for-
green hoodie would be the green sweater of your day?
No, I wasn't like super stylish. I still wear hoodies. I'm currently wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, but that's a good hoodie. That's a hoodie that you could give down to your future wife.
Emma, what do you think about
What do I think about what?
I don't know what's going on. So what do you mean? What do I
The
think
hoodie, the question,
Yes, all of it, all of the above.
the interview. I wasn't really looking at the hoodie, but wait, I don't. It's not bothering me. I just don't know what I'm being asked.
I first realized I was funny at a young age. I remember reading just recently a letter that my 3rd grade teacher wrote to me saying that I had a very good sense of humor and that I should keep it up. I remember in 10th grade, one of my friends went away for a year and came back and said that I was all of a sudden like a class clown character, a jokester in class, where usually that, I guess, previous to that, that wasn't the case. So maybe I realized I was funny at an early age. I realized I could make people laugh at a later age. And then by college time, I was sort of trying to make jokes in terms of writing. So I would spend time thinking of funny articles or funny videos that could make a wider audience laugh.
Not
Not bad, Blumenfeld.
Holy shit, you aced that one.
Most people talk about their elementary school teacher though, telling them they like can't do something. She's like, actually, I think you're pretty funny, 8-year-old. You should keep it up.
I remember that letter. Like, she wrote everyone a letter at the end of the year. It was like, Amir has
She
a very
wrote the
good
same
sense of
thing on
humor.
everyone's. Keep it
Yeah,
up.
and we all turned out to be successful comedians. It was incredible. It was me and Michael Cera and Jonah Hill. We all attended the same third grade.
Which
And
was on a
Cohen.
hill. What's that?
And Cohen,
And Cohen, yeah.
who might have kept it up a bit too much.
Very good. You're fired for that, but very funny. Keep it up. I loved that answer from you. I thought it was concise. I thought it was descriptive. I thought that it was worthy of
The
a
interview.
worther. My third grade teacher's son ended up being my first theatrical agent in
Your
Los Angeles.
third grade teacher's son.
Yeah.
Is he older or younger than you?
He's older.
And then you moved to LA and he's like, oh, my mom is your third grade teacher.
No, he discovered it in the meeting.
Where are you from? Ohio. Oh, me
Yeah.
too.
We're in Ohio, Sugar and Falls. Oh, wow, where'd you go to school? Told him my high school, or my school. And
My
he was
mom
like,
taught.
my mom taught there. I said, who's your mom? And he said, Mrs. Davis. And I was like, there's no way.
And it was your teacher.
Well,
What?
he was from Baltimore, actually. I embellished the faith / story. No, yeah.
Do you guys remember your third grade teacher's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I remember all of my elementary school teachers. Do you?
All of them? First grade, second grade? You remember their names?
Yeah. Miss
Wow.
Cronin, Miss Kalin, Miss Luciava, Mrs. Shields, Mr. Vierweiler, Miss Levy.
Oh my gosh.
Bierweiler?
Yeah, that was my 4th grade teacher.
Joel, are you in the same boat? You remember their names?
For some reason, third grade is drawing a blank, but
Huge
first
traumatic
grade, Miss
event in your life
Tyler,
then.
second grade, Miss
Blacked it out.
Denzel, fourth grade, Miss Rothrock, fifth grade, Dr. Fulmer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
A doctor
Teaching
teaching
fifth?
fucking 11-year-olds.
She had a
Overqualified much?
PhD. I don't know what else to say.
Were you like up in there calling her doctor?
She insisted on being called doctor.
Whoa.
So, see, this is why I do these segments.
No,
right?
it's not.
No,
I'm,
it
I'm
is.
trying to rescue
This
it.
hasn't
No,
brought
it's
out
because we
anything
get it-
interesting.
We get into stuff.
Yeah, because I asked them.
we learn.
You wanted me to just fucking get embarrassed.
We're gonna get back to that. It's not about embarrassment, by the way. I just congratulated your ass on a second question well answered. Moving on.
Of course, a lot of the first ones are terrible, but that's how it goes when you make stuff. The first anything you make is going to be awful, and then you gradually get better until you die. I get my ideas.
This guy really is funny.
I wouldn't say it's a specific place, though it's always from the front page of the New York Times.
That's funny.
Just joking. I get my ideas. I think I'm influenced comedically by lots of the television that I watched growing up. Simpsons, Seinfeld, sort of mid-90s Saturday Night Live. It taught me how to think sort of absurdly and creatively and originally about jokes that people were making. So rather than thinking of basic jokes, which I was into as like a 6, 7, 8-year-old, 101 ghost jokes, I was learning to make jokes on jokes. So trying to take my comedy to
Really close.
a non-expected punchline, and then
pretty dramatic
I
angle.
forgot the question, but I hope that there's an answer somewhere in there.
Can I ask, do you ever yearn for this time in your life?
Me being 25.
Yeah.
I romanticize living in New York and like working for College Humor, but in my mind, it's my current age, not like this version of myself.
Okay. So you romanticize it, but you want to go back now.
Yes, exactly. I want to be the version of myself that I know and am currently, but living as a 22-year-old in New York.
Got it. Joel, how do you feel about the way that Amir answered this question? And then we'll move on to the next segment, honestly.
This like premise is
So I don't mean to
entirely
heap
impenetrable to me.
So like if you say pass, we'll just move on to the next segment.
So I actually thought there was a lot of stuff we need to dive into in that answer. Pass.
All right.
9 times out of 10, they're not the ones getting their skulls cracked open. So they as long as
Think you'll leave this in?
I can watch TV.
the activists, they love a massive police state that knows whether or not you ordered Plan C pills online. So never forget that, guys, when you're arguing with your conservative relatives.
I've never heard of Plan C.
Yeah, same. It's interesting. Anya.
You come back with a gun.
Pass, I said.
This is Jeopardy.
Right? Let's talk about the new show. Manchi style. I just wanted to give you an option / opportunity to promote the show, right? To maybe get some of our listeners to listen to your show.
Yeah.
This
Which
is that
I
David
feel like
Cross promo we were talking about.
this is that David Cross promo because I feel like it's the Headgum podcast
Yeah.
and then it's like segments, so like every segment's listener listens to the Headgum podcast, but I just wanted to lend some of our audience to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't think that's true, but it makes sense. I understand what you're saying.
Tell us what the show is, why it aired, when it did, and who hosts it and who.
So to answer your last question first,
Yes.
who is me?
Okay. And
Jake.
Hurwitz.
Yeah. When it aired, when it does, is every Monday after Jake's paternity leave expired.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back. And what the show is segments, which is like a show kind of like, not unlike the Headgum podcast, there's different segments, but we're a little more structured.
And to that end, I thought that we could play a game from segments.
Okay, that's cool.
Which is the only recurring segment so far on segments, which is poetry or poems.
It's poetry or noetry.
Poetry or noetry.
Yeah.
So I thought that we could all play this. Have you guys heard about this? This is also so Joel and Emma start listening to this.
But it's
I
hard
have.
because
Yeah.
it requires writing a poem.
Well, I've done that.
Gotcha.
I've played the game here.
I see.
So this is 3. I've written one of them, and I really don't think you're going to be able to figure it out which one it is.
Wow. Okay, let's try.
All right, so here we go. You guys have to come to a consensus too. Actually, no, you can all play as individual players. All right, here we go. This is called Clown.
Yours. Next.
Wait. Fool am I.
What am I? I really want to just say it's yours right away.
The amusement of the masses, their stupid laughter pushes me here.
This is the
The more absurd my play equals grimace, equals the more I rumble resentfully. The shrieks grow shriller, I feel as the dog does the lash. That weaponless tugs on his leash. Agony convulses with suffering. My soul weeps, and death and mourning prowl.
Got it. So, just to clarify, are the other 2 poems award-winning poems or just anything anyone published online once?
They are poems written by poets.
Got
I don't know if they're award-winning. It's
A
probably
little,
somewhere in the
more
middle.
professional.
Yeah.
Got it.
Also, I can I just, because Emma, you also produced one of the last episodes of segments.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the energy in that room versus the energy in this room? Why is it so much more dull?
Wait. Which one's more dull? You're saying segments is dull?
This is dull.
LA?
Think of the one factor that was not present that is now.
All right. Very good, very good. This one's called This Room, which I think is pertinent to what you just said.
Grimace equals joy.
It was grimace equals the more I rumble resentful.
Okay.
This room. The room I entered was a dream of this room. Surely all those feet on the sofa were mine. The oval portrait of a dog was me at an early age.
The oval portrait of a dog.
Something shimmers, something is hushed up. We had macaroni for lunch every day, except Sunday, when a small quail was induced to be served to us. Why do I tell you these things? You're not even here.
I definitely don't think you wrote that one, and I don't think you wrote the first one
interesting.
either.
Oh, interesting.
You don't think I wrote the first one?
I don't.
I think
What do you?
I think the most recent one might have been you.
Really?
I want to hear the third one.
Yeah, they did talk about inducing a quail to eat it.
Yeah.
To have it thus. All right, this is proximity to dull.
You wrote all three.
That's definitely in play.
That I wrote all three.
Yeah.
Bombastic socks adorn this mangy crack.
Oh, lordy.
Or rather dorky husband, seeing urologist Nussbaum.
Seeing urologist Nussband?
What's the Nussbaum?
The guy's name?
I don't know. Or yeah. Depression ought beset him, or at least he be in debt vim. Mazda's oil's good to have.
Yeah, so that is my address. I will say you probably wrote the last one, if not all three of them, quite frankly.
Joel?
I think that you wrote the third one and you made some edits to the first two.
That's really good.
Emma?
I was gonna say the third, but then your Nussbaum thing threw me off. You
Yeah.
seemingly not knowing if it was a name or not.
No, he knew.
He knew.
Yeah.
Okay, then
There's
I say the
also
third.
my address in it. In the third one. Kind of a dead giveaway.
I don't think Amir knows any other poets.
Okay,
None
fine.
that would
third.
write about me.
Ooh, I'm about to dive in.
Third is correct. The first one is Clown by Fritz Asher, which is just Cohen's son, but like on the Fritz.
Yeah.
And then This Room was written by John Ashbery.
A lot of ash.
Proximity
yeah, the second one
to
was
Dull.
great.
Proximity to Dull is by me.
You like the second one, Emma?
I did. I love John Ashbery though.
Oh, you know him.
I thought all of them
I
were
think
good.
he's like the best, or he's like considered the best poet of the last like 100 years or something. by
Wow.
someone.
I agree, and I think all three were amazing.
Yeah, do you think he's read Proximity to Dull?
Do you want to read through those
Which one?
so you can understand what it's about?
the one you
Mine,
wrote?
Proximity to Dull.
Okay.
It's called Proximity to Dull. This is the poem. Bombastic socks adorn this mangy crack, or rather dorky husband, seeing urologist Nussbaum. Depression ought beset him, or at least he be in debt vim.
What's Vim?
Like vim or vigor.
Okay.
What's Nussbaum?
That's a doctor, a urologist.
But if you're making him up, shouldn't it rhyme with husband?
It's nothing rhymes with husband that would work for the poem other than Nussbaum.
No, it could be any name that you choose because you made up the name. The
Yeah,
name
but
could be
Nussbaum is a real
Nussband.
word. It's a real name. It's a
And
real
Nuss-
surname.
Is that your urologist?
That's Samir's urologist, I have to assume. Mazda's oil, good to have.
Yeah, my address again. So you're gonna want to bleep it both of those times.
Yeah.
Or I'll have to move.
Can you just say for the record, though, that it does rhyme?
It does. That
Okay,
part
great.
did.
So, bombastic socks. Are you wearing bombas?
Nope.
But you often do. Well, I should have asked, what do you guys
His
think this
socks
is
are
about?
loud.
What do you guys think this poem's about?
Me?
Pretty
I
good.
think you're diving into Blumenfeld.
Oh, I'm about to dive dull.
In that way, one segment kind of weaves into the next.
Exactly right. A tapestry worn and shorn.
Woven forever.
Yeah, it's really giving like fridge poem. Like
It's really
the
giving like poetry foundation poem of the
last,
day.
like the words that are left, and you're kind of
Yeah,
putting them
yeah,
together.
It's kind of just like front page of the New York Times. Holy shit, he's a bestseller.
You even make the same joke that Amir made in the video.
Bombastic socks, because you often wear bombas.
I wear Balega socks, actually.
Adorn this mangy crack.
You've already read the poem.
Yeah,
I know, but none of you guys are applying it to a mirror. or
Are you
rather
talking
dork.
about his ass crack?
Yeah, it's like plumber's crack in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you think I put socks there?
I I would like to put a Bomba suck there to kind of plug it. Not your ass, just like the plumber's crack part of it.
Speaking of plugs,
Joel, what do you got going on? What do you want to point the people towards? The floor is yours.
Everyone should listen to David Cross's new show.
Got it. Emma?
Joel's really doing my job for me. Nothing. You can
Amir?
follow me on Instagram at Emma Rose Foley.
senses working overtime.
Yeah. Census working overtime. When is the next census? And can I not be counted? Because I want to go ghost mode.
And no,
Until
you
then,
can find
find
me
census
at
workers.
Jeffrey James on Instagram. I'm Jeffrey James on TikTok. We'll see you guys again next week, I think.
Unfortunately, yeah. 'Cause you're
Segments?
recording. Segments back.
Patreon?
Yeah, every Monday.
Okay.
Census
That's
Working
us,
Overtime, hosted by David Cross, coming to Headgum December 7th.
Oh, that's the name of his show.
Yeah.
Yes.
did you
Audio
think?
and YouTube version on the official David Cross channel.
It's also what happened when I heard proximity to dull.
That was a Headgum original.